In this video, I'll be showing you the basic amigurumi stitches. Hi, I'm Rebecca, and we start off with any amigurumi work with a magic circle. So yarn over your fingers to form 2 loops on your finger. Put the hook underneath the 2 loops, hold it with your thumb, grab the other end of the yarn over the hook and pull it through the magic circle. Yarn over the hook and pull it through to form a chain to close. So you can test your magic circle by pulling on the tail, and it should make it smaller. I like to work with just a couple of fingers in the magic circle. The main stitch that we use is a double crochet stitch, or single crochet in American. Put the hook through the magic circle, yarn over the hook, pull it through the magic circle so you've got 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull it through those 2. So you put your hook into the magic circle, yarn over the hook, pull it through the magic circle, yarn over the hook and pull it through the 2 loops on your hook. So the first round of amigurumi work, when you're working in a circle, you'll do 6 double crochets. Once you finish those 6, you can pull the magic circle tight, and that will form your first round. Then we work in a spiral. We need to create more stitches in the next row to keep the work flat. So the next row we want to work 12 stitches into the 6 stitches, so 2 stitches in each stitch. So the rounds in amigurumi work increase by 6 every round, and we don't use a slip stitch to close the round. We work in a spiral, a continuous spiral. So another tip is to put a little marker on the first stitch of the round so that you don't lose your place in the spiral. So in the second round we're doing 2 stitches in each stitch, exactly the same way that you do a single stitch. You're just doing 2 stitches in the one place. So in that second round you'll end up with 12 stitches in the round. The third round you'll end up with 18 stitches because you need to add another 6. Once you've got the size of the circle that you're making, you then want to work without increase or decrease. So if you're doing either a basket or a leg or a sphere, there'll be a period where you want to do some straight work, so no increasing or decreasing, so conventional double crochet in each stitch. When you come to want to decrease, you need to stitch 2 stitches together. So the neatest way of doing this is to grab the front loop only of the first stitch and the front loop only of the next stitch. Then you do a conventional double crochet using those 2 front loops. That gives you the neatest decrease stitch. It's almost invisible as a decrease stitch. So put your hook through the front loop of the first stitch and the front loop of the second stitch. Yarn over, pull it through those 2, yarn over and pull it through to complete the stitch. Sometimes you want to work in the back loop only of your work. You might want to do this at the edge of a basket or to create a ridge to your work. So this way, in this round, we are only going to be working in the back loop of the stitch. So it's exactly the same double crochet, but just working in that back loop. It gives a slight ridge to the work if you want a different effect. The last technique that you need is how to finish off as neatly as possible. Because we're working in a spiral, you'll end up with a like an extra stitch at the end that you're not slip stitching into. So the first thing you want to do is make a slip stitch and then cut your yarn, pull it through tight. Then we're going to take a needle and create a stitch to hide the end it's the neatest way to finish it off. So with the yarn, you want to go through the 2 loops of the next stitch. So from front to back, put the needle through those 2 loops. Then the second part of it is you want to bring the needle down the center of the last slip stitch that you made. So you've sewn what looks a little bit like a stitch, and you'll find that's the neatest way to finish off your work. And you're done. You know all the techniques there are to make any amigurumi shape that you might like.